Well, good evening. This is a very, very interesting video we're shooting here. As you can see in my background, this is Central Booking, part of the Baltimore Penal Colony. We have Central Booking, you have BCDC, you have the Women's Jail, you have the JI building behind us. There's nothing but jails down here. You have Supermax over there, you have the Maryland, not the penitentiary, the Chesapeake Center. There's so many, I lost track. All told, I think 3,000 or 4,000 prisoners are being held there. But we're across the street because we were over there a minute ago trying to shoot some footage and just get some pictures. As any of you know who follow me closely, I was in that building, well, in this complex for about 6 months with no bail for misdemeanor, non-violent charges, which the charges shouldn't even exist, but because of snakes like Bernstein, who, can't prosecute cops when they kill people, I sat in there awaiting trial, which would never come. But that's another story. What we want to talk about is what happened tonight. We're on that public sidewalk. We were just getting ready to do a similar shoot, except we were just going to talk about a few other things. We were kicked out. We were told we couldn't be there. We were told it was private property owned by the state, which is very curious. That kind of state sounds like the state that Mao used to talk about. If you really want to be honest, where it's the state, but it's not really the state. But who is the state? That was a very interesting statement. I don't know. Like I said before, my country isn't mine anymore. And, we just wanted to document this incident while it's still fresh. I think there are some voices that may want to add to this without their faces being on camera. I'm not sure about the experience. No voices? Okay. Well,
I think you covered it, really.
You think I covered it?
Yeah.
It was just...
Public
it was a strange, and to his credit, he was very cool about it. Obviously, it wasn't a decision he made. This is a policy that's in place. He may have probably been called on the radio when somebody inside saw us on the cameras and told, get rid of those people, which he did. But the way he did it was cool, to his credit. He kicked us out as politely as he possibly could and still kicked us out. He was. I've been on that end of the receiving end of that way too many times. I can tell you there's a broad range in how it can be done. And low hush tone voice, just very calm. Obviously there wasn't any emergency. There was no need to get all huffy and puffy with this. And to that guy's credit, he assessed the situation pretty well. He saw that we were not troublemakers. He saw that he didn't have to get in some kind of defensive posturing, reaching for something. This is a guy who deals with hardened criminals all day long. So anyways, boy, what an interesting night. Real quick, the real reason we're even down here before this was a police-involved shooting that happened right outside the homeless shelter in Fallsway, which also happened at the same time of the latest homicide in Baltimore at Patterson Park. I think it was the 400 block of North Patterson Park. A man was found there with a bullet wound to the head. He was transported to the local hospital. We were given an update a short while ago that he's dead. Dead. And excuse me if I wasn't looking at the camera. Where's my professional bearing here? I'm looking at my friends who are behind the camera. So people are looking at home like, his eyes are all over the place. What kind of camera guy is this? Anyways, thank you so much. Thank you to my friend Payam for holding the camera. I don't know if you want me to say who he is or not. And,
Too late.
Stay tuned. We're going to have a lot more on all these things. 3 police-involved shootings in less than 2 weeks. And each one of them, my personal opinion, sounds just a little bit sketchy. What are you going to do, right?